We were mourning the loss of Ozzy Osbourne almost a month ago to the date. He passed away on July 22nd, and now here we are on August 21st, and we are mourning the loss of yet another, this time the one and only Brent Hinds, of course, formerly from Mastodon. He passed away last night, Wednesday, August 20th, in a motorcycle crash. According to a report from Atlanta News First, here's what happened. William Brent Hinds was killed Wednesday night in a crash while on a Harley-Davidson when the driver of a BMW SUV failed to yield while making a turn at the intersection of Memorial Drive and Boulevard, according to police. It happened around 11:35 p.m. Just absolutely tragic, so terrible. We had a family friend in my family many years ago. He died in a motorcycle accident. Just absolutely horrific stuff. It looks like one of the first people that was privy to what had happened with Brent was actually Adam Jones of Tool. He posted this image of Brent on his Instagram story early Thursday morning with some sad, emotional instrumental music playing in the background. And that post was shared on Reddit, so you had people over there saying that they've heard rumors, people local to Atlanta saying that they've heard things, etc. And then, of course, unfortunately, it turned out to be true. It's really just, terrible news. I feel like we're just constantly talking about death. There's always somebody in the news, constantly happening. Ozzy, Brian Wilson, Hulk Hogan, Rick Derringer, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Sly Stone. Almost every day it seems like we're losing another legend. It really is just such a bummer. But as we know, Brent was, of course, a founding member of Mastodon, in the band for 25 years. And then he and the band, of course, parted ways back in March of this year. And since the split, Brent has put his focus into some other projects, Fiend Without a Face and Dirty B and the Boys. Fiend was actually supposed to support CKY over in the UK and Ireland this fall. And then that was going to lead into another tour called An Evening with Brent Hinds over in Europe. That featured both Fiend Without a Face and his other project, Dirty B and the Boys, opening. So he was going to be pulling double duty on that tour. And as you're probably aware, things were not the greatest these last few months between Brent and his former bandmates in Mastodon. We're not going to get into that here. This is not the time or the place. But despite any of the tensions between the two camps, unsurprisingly, they did release a statement upon the news breaking that Brent Hinds had passed away. Here's what Mastodon wrote in their tribute to him. We are in a state of unfathomable sadness and grief. Last night, Brent Hinds passed away as a result of a tragic accident. We are heartbroken, shocked, and still trying to process the loss of this creative force with whom we've shared so many triumphs, milestones, and the creation of music that has touched the hearts of so many. Our hearts are with Brent's family, friends, and fans. At this time, we please ask that you respect everyone's privacy during this difficult time. Rest in peace, Brent. Again, I mean, what else is there to really say? It's just such a tragic, awful loss. At the very least, I guess we've got the 8 Mastodon albums that he was on to remember him by, plus all of the other projects that he was involved with over the years, like we mentioned, Fiend Without a Face, Dirty B and the Boys. There was also Giraffe Tongue Orchestra, I think it's called. That was sort of a super group. It had William Duvall from Alice in Chains, Ben from the Dillinger Escape Plan, I believe, a couple of others. There was also another band, I think it was called West End Motel or something like that. So a lot of music from Brent. Unfortunately, Brent no longer with us, but of course, his music will live on forever. That is going to do it for me for right now. Thank you for watching. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe below if you feel like it. I'll see you in the next one. Rest in peace, Brent Hinds.